My name is David Keif. This is the first in my series of lessons about the pentatonic scale. All musicians, regardless of what instrument they play or what style they play, use the pentatonic scale. Bass lines and grooves of all styles are frequently constructed from the pentatonic scale. It's a very important scale for us bass players. Starting with this lesson and continuing through the series, I will show you a clear and systematic approach on how to learn the scale. I will demonstrate practice exercises that will help you to learn all the areas of the neck. In addition, I will demonstrate how the scale is used to build some grooves and add fills to your bass lines. Learning any musical vocabulary takes a lot of work. Chords, melodies, rhythms, it all takes a lot of work and repetition. But it does give us the tools and the sounds of the language of music. As you practice this material, try to sing what you are playing. Internalizing these sounds is critical to using them. In addition, it's very important to memorize the spelling of all the pentatonic scales. We will start with the major pentatonic and later work on the minor. The method I show you for learning the scale will be the same for both major and minor. In addition to that, the system and processes, including fingerings and shapes, used to learn the scale in one key, say the key is C, is identical for learning the scale in all the other keys. I will demonstrate the exercises with backing tracks so that you can hear how the scale sounds against a chord, and it will also add to the fun of the practice, I hope. You can find all the tracks and some additional material here on the JamPlay site. I'm playing a 4-string bass, as you can see, but if you play a 5 or a 6, expand all the concepts and exercises to the full range of your instrument. So let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about is how to spell this pentatonic scale. The pentatonic scale is a 5-note scale and comes from 5 of the notes of the major key. If you know the C major scale, you know it's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. The pentatonic scale is 5 of those notes. In major, it's 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. So in this key, it is C, D, E, G, and A. Now the beauty of music is that it is symmetrical. So the spelling of a major pentatonic in C is identical to the major pentatonic spelling of G. By that I mean 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Of course the notes are different, but the spellings are the same. When we get to minor pentatonic, that will be a little different, and that'll be later on in the series. So the next thing about this whole concept I have is that scales are not lines, meaning I learn one shape to play them, but they're more like circles. If I can take that scale and connect it at ends, I can sort of lay that circle of 5 notes on the bass in 5 different places and kind of rotate it and start from a different note of the scale each time. Bass players particularly, we learn to sort of measure life from the root up, measure our music from the root up, and that becomes a bit debilitating because the only thing you know about a scale is one particular shape, let's say. If that's what I know about C major pentatonic, just this one shape, then obviously I'm limited by what I can use it for. So what I'm going to do is break the scale into 5 spots on the neck, and as long as I'm playing only the 5 notes of the scale, then I'm in the right key of C major pentatonic. So right here, I'm going to start on G, play G, A, C, D, E, G, A, and C. So let's play along with my drill track and see how this sounds. So G, A, C, D, E, G, A, and C. C, A, G, E, D, C, G, A. And then I resolve to the root, just to remind myself that there is a root to this key, even though I'm not starting or stopping on the root when I loop the shape, the pattern right here. I want to resolve to the root just to remind myself where the root is. Let's do that again. Let's see quarter notes with the same track. Now remember, you should always identify where the roots are in a position, by the way. So in this position, the roots of this key C are right here. Do the same thing. Let's play eighth notes. Let's challenge ourselves a little bit with eighth notes now. Again, I'm only playing the notes of C major pentatonic in this place on the bass, in this position. One more time on the eighth notes, and then we'll move to the next position. Good. So now what I want to do is I want to take this circle of 5 notes that we're calling C major pentatonic, C, D, E, G, and A. This time I started on G, so I'll go to the next note of the scale, start on A, and if you don't know the shape already, and I assume you don't, and if I wasn't around to show it to you, you go, okay, well I start on A, then I need a C, okay, then I need a D, I need an E, I need a G, I need an A, I need a C and a D, and that's the full range of the scale I can play in this position. One thing I forgot to mention, I want to do it now. When you work on this, these positions are going to be identical in every key. So don't use open strings, like don't play open A, because you can't play open A in every key. So always cover all the notes. Don't ever play open strings. That doesn't mean I wouldn't do it when I play live, of course, or if I'm just, playing music without sort of this concept of a drill. But when I created an exercise for myself, I want to use a lot of rules so that I can take it to all keys. So right here is how I play the C major pentatonic circle of notes right here. Where's the root in this position? Here's a C and here's a C. Let's drill this position with the track. Resolve to the root, which is under my 4th finger here, to remind myself that there is a sort of a resolution point to music, the root often, and as bass players we know that very well. Let's do that again. D, C, A, G, E, D, C, A, C, D, G, A, C, D, D, C, A, G, E, D, C, A, and resolving to the root. Let's try 8th notes and challenge our technique a little bit here. Playing an exercise, I'm trying to play a great groove, with great time. One more time on the eighth notes. Okay, so now we're going to move to the next position. We played a position from G, from A. Next note in the scale is C. So here I am at C on the E string. Notice I'm playing all four strings in each position. I want to play the full range of the scale in each position of the neck. So now this position starts on C. C, D, E and G, A, C, D and E. 2, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 3. Now again, if you take this to other keys and I haven't showed you the shape, you can figure them out. Okay, I need the right notes. What are they? C. I need a D. I need an F. No, I don't need an F. I need C, D, E, G, A, C, D, and E, and that's how you create your shapes. So let's drill this position right here. Position, I have two roots, one under my second finger and then one under my fourth finger, an octave above. Again, one more time on the quarter notes. All right, now, like we've been doing, let's go to eighth notes and try that. Again, on the eighth notes. All right, so we did a position from G, a position from A, a position from C. Next note is D. So I'm looking here at D, and I'm looking for some way to create a position for myself, a shape that uses the notes of C major pentatonic. And I go D, E, G, A, C, D, E, and G. Okay, there it is, sure enough, same 5 notes. And there's my root, C, only one root in this position. By now you can hear that I've been playing the 5 notes the whole time. Otherwise I need to buy a bass about this long if I only know one shape, or maybe here. But now, like I said, we're trying to expand our knowledge of this key, which in turn makes us much better and creative bass players. So here we are at D. So let's try this with the track. resolving to my root there on the D string at the 10th fret. One more time with the quarter notes. Okay, now that we're comfortable with that, let's kick it up to eighth notes again and play that. And let's repeat that. Okay, so that's 4 out of the 5, from G, from A, from C, from D. Last note is E, up here at the 12th fret. And again, I'm looking for a shape so that I can play the 5 notes of the C major pentatonic. Starting at E, and then I need G, A, C, D, E, G, and A. And there's the position for C major pentatonic right here. Let's drill this with the track. Resolving to the C on the A string. In this position, I have one root only, and that's on the A string at the 12, 13, 14, 15th fret. So again, here's the position of C major pentatonic right here. Let's drill that again with the quarter notes. Very good. Now we're going to eighth notes. And one more time with the eighth notes. Okay, so now we just played the 5 positions of C major pentatonic on the neck. This gives us access to this vocabulary, and that's a word I'm going to use a lot in this series, vocabulary, meaning the sounds and the tools of the language of music. And this gives us access to that everywhere on the neck. Now, does that change our responsibility from playing grooves most of the time? No. But we're going to want to start to add fills and maybe use the rest of the neck to create more interesting grooves and so on and so forth. Okay guys, I want to show you one more thing about the positions of the major pentatonic. What I'm going to do now is play each one in the same key, up and down, and then a move immediately to the next one without stopping. So now I'm sort of connecting these positions, playing them in total, up and down each position, and then moving to the next position, playing it, moving to the next position. So now I sort of have to see these positions coming and know how to get the right notes under my hands quickly. Let me show you that. Next position. Next position. And the next position. And then the last one. And then again, I'm resolving to the root. So as you can see, that's a bit more challenging. Let's try that one more time. Now that's a lot. So if you're struggling with that, what I would suggest you do is break it down a little bit and play back and forth between two positions. So let me show you a bit of how to do that. So maybe I would loop the position starting on G, and then the position starting on A, and then back to G, and just loop two of them until that gets comfortable. And then maybe when I got comfortable with those two, then I could go to the position starting on A and connect that to the position starting on E. Not E, but C. So go from A to C. And just go between those two positions. Okay, so now that we've established the framework for the series, you can see each week I'm going to take a key and I'm going to show you some ways so that you can not only learn the scale, but learn where to put it on the neck. And using this 5-position concept, we'll get really comfortable with that, and then later on in the series I'll demonstrate some ways to put it into grooves and add some fills and hopefully make you a much better bass player. Practice hard, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.